Planning a trip to the Acropolis? This 2,500-year-old wonder is breathtaking, but trust me, there are things you need to know before you go. Want to skip long lines, beat the crowds and avoid common tourist mistakes? Let's jump in. One of the biggest misconceptions? People think the Acropolis and the Parthenon are the same thing, but they are not. Before we dive into how to visit, let's make sure you actually know what you're looking at. The Acropolis is the entire hill and complex of ancient buildings. It means high city in Greek. The Parthenon is the most famous temple inside the Acropolis, dedicated to Athena. Now that you know what you're looking at, let's talk about when you should visit. Timing is everything if you want to avoid long lines, massive crowds, and the scorching Greek sun. So get there early in the morning as soon as the Acropolis opens at 8 a.m. or late in the afternoon, usually after 5 p.m. Arrive early for cooler weather, fewer crowds, and picture-perfect shots. If you're not a morning person, late afternoon is another great option. The midday rush is over and you will get softer lighting for photos as the sun starts to set. In peak summer heat, the Acropolis may close midday. Arrive early to avoid disappointment. But this mainly applies to the high season, from April to October. If you're visiting in winter, from November to March, the crowds are smaller and the sun is much weaker, so midday visits aren't as big of an issue. Another tip is to avoid visiting during weekends and public holidays if you can. Want to save time and skip the stress? Here's how to get your Acropolis tickets the smart way. Instead of waiting in long queues, the smartest thing you can do is buy your tickets online in advance. And now, it's more important than ever. Why? Because there is a daily visitor cap. A new rule caps visitors at 20,000 per day, so tickets can sell out, especially during peak season when walk-ins are not guaranteed entry. Did you know the Acropolis now operates with hourly time slots? Here is what you need to know. When booking online, you must select a specific entry time. Each hour has a limited number of tickets available. You must enter within your chosen time slot. The ticket is valid from 15 minutes before to 15 minutes after your chosen time slot. For example, if you choose the 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. time slot, you will be allowed to enter from 8:45 a.m. to 10:15 a.m. If you want to visit early morning or late afternoon, which are the best times, book your tickets at least a few days in advance. Those slots sell out first. So you've got your tickets. Now let's talk about the best way to get there. Whether you're coming by metro, taxi or on foot, knowing the best route will save you time and energy. The easiest and most budget-friendly way to get to the Acropolis is by taking the Athens Metro. Take Metro Line 2, the red line, to Acropolis Station. Once you exit the station, it's just a 5-minute walk to the main entrance. If you want a slightly longer but scenic route, get off at Monastiraki Station, Metro Line 3, the blue line, and walk through Plaka. It's a charming way to reach the Acropolis while soaking in some historic Athens vibes. Another way to get to the Acropolis is by taxi. Just tell the driver to drop you at Dionysio Areopagitou pedestrian street. This is the best drop-off point as it's right next to the main entrance and one of the most scenic spots in Athens. Finally, if you are staying near Plaka or Monastiraki, walking to the Acropolis is a fantastic option. Start from Monastiraki Square, walk through Plaka and follow the Dionysio Areopagitou pedestrian street. A stunning 3-line walkway with street performance and amazing views. Here is something most people don't realize. There are actually 2 entrances to the Acropolis. The main entrance on the west side is located on Dionysio Areopagitou Street. It leads directly to the Parthenon, Propylaea and main attractions, but it can get very crowded. Expect lines, especially in high season. There is also the side entrance, the south slope entrance, which is better for avoiding crowds. It is located near the Acropolis Museum. This route takes you first through the Theatre of Dionysus and the Odeon of Herodes Atticus. My suggestion is, whatever entrance you choose, is to head straight to the top and see the Parthenon and the other monuments before the crowds arrive, and then check out the monuments of the south slope like the Odeon of Herodes Atticus and the Theatre of Dionysus. Do you need a tour? Not necessarily, but if you love history, a guide can bring the ruins to life with fascinating stories and insights. Prefer to explore on your own? You will find informational signs on site, or you can use an audio guide or app for a budget-friendly alternative. Is the walk to the Acropolis tough? It's not extreme, but it does take effort, especially on those slippery marble steps. The path is steep, uneven, and slippery in some areas. If you're in decent shape, you will need around 15 minutes to get to the top with sturdy shoes and a steady pace. It might take a few minutes longer if you use the side entrance. If you or someone in your group has mobility challenges, you might be wondering, can you still visit the Acropolis? The good news is there are accessibility options. Here is what you need to know. An elevator is available for wheelchair users, individuals with mobility issues, and parents managing 2 or more infants alone. The elevator is situated approximately 350 meters from the main entrance of the archaeological site. Visitors wishing to use the elevator should call ahead to confirm availability and receive further details. I have added the phone numbers at the description below. Please note that the elevator does not operate during extreme weather conditions or strong winds for safety reasons. The Acropolis summit is not completely smooth. Expect cobbled paths, uneven stone, and ancient marble slabs, which can be slippery. There are some wheelchair-friendly paths near key landmarks, but not all areas are accessible due to the site's historic nature. Wondering how long to spend at the Acropolis? Plan for 2 to 2.5 hours. It's the perfect balance to explore without feeling rushed. Wondering what to wear for your Acropolis visit? Comfort is key, and the right outfit can make all the difference. Wear comfortable walking shoes. The Acropolis has uneven, slippery marble pathways, so avoid sandals, flip-flops, or heels. Best choices include sneakers, hiking sandals, or sturdy walking shoes. Wear light and breathable clothing, especially if you are visiting in the summer. Also avoid dark colors that absorb heat. Wear a hat, sunglasses, and sunscreen. There is almost no shade in the Acropolis, so protect yourself from the sun. If visiting in autumn or winter, bring a light jacket. It can get windy at the top. Bring a small backpack or crossbody bag, that way you can keep your hands free for photos. Avoid large bags as they may not be allowed inside. A quick but important detail. Where can you find the toilets at the Acropolis? Knowing this ahead of time will make your visit much smoother. You will find toilets at the main entrance right before you enter the site. Best to use these before starting your visit. A second restroom is available near the south slope entrance. Finally, there is a toilet on the top of the Acropolis. Thinking of bringing a snack or a drink to the Acropolis? Here is what you need to know. Food is not allowed inside the Acropolis. Eating is strictly prohibited to protect the site from littering and damage. If you need a snack, enjoy it before entering. There are benches near the entrances where you can rest and eat. Regarding drinks, only water is allowed. You should bring a bottle of water to stay hydrated. Coffee, juice, soft drinks, or alcohol are not allowed inside. Can you buy water at the Acropolis? Yes, you can. Small kiosks and cafes near the entrance sell bottled water. There is also one water fountain near the Parthenon where you can refill your bottle. Before you visit, here is what's not allowed at the Acropolis, so you don't run into any surprises. No touching or climbing on the ruins. Guards will whistle if you try. No high heels. They can damage the ancient stones and are unsafe. No oversized bags. Security is strict. Only water is allowed. No food or other drinks. No drones, selfie sticks or tripods. No pets, but service animals with proper documentation are permitted. Now, let's dive into the must-see sites at the Acropolis. The Parthenon is the crown jewel of the Acropolis. This temple is dedicated to Athena. The Erechtheion, which is famous for its caryatid columns. The Propylaea, which is the grand entrance to the Acropolis. The Temple of Athena Nike, a small but impressive temple symbolizing victory. The Temple of Thetis, a lesser known but intriguing part of the site. The Sanctuary of Asclepios, a healing center dedicated to the god of medicine. The Odeon of the Rhodus Atticus, a stunning ancient theater still used for performances today. The Theater of Dionysus, considered the birthplace of Greek drama. The Stoa of Eumenides, a long arcade that once offered shade to ancient visitors. Finally, don't forget to take in the breathtaking panoramic views from the top. The Acropolis is a must-visit when in Athens. I hope this guide helps you plan the perfect visit. Let me know in the comments. Have you been to the Acropolis, or is it still on your bucket list? And don't forget to like, subscribe, and check out my other Athens travel guides. Thanks for watching!